I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on. May my love lift you up to the place you belong. I'm going on. And I promise I'll be waiting for you. Ooh.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA. Welcome, everyone. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at Memphis. They've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than their winless homestand they just concluded.
Yeah, and as far as the regular season goes, this is as good as it gets. This truly, to me, is the definition of a rivalry. I mean, a game between these two teams has always been special.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen a ton of great games between them in the past. It's hard not to get amped up when they face each other. I've been looking forward to this one for a while.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Favors is out there with Omer Ashik. And there's Collison. And there's Gordon, and it's Aminu in at the 3 slot. Now here's Teague after the miss from Ben Gordon. Harden kicks to Nene. Now the dish to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Shot on the wing. No good. And Memphis the other way now. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And stolen by Favors. Collison with it. Screen by Ashik. On the wing, Gordon. Off the pick. And too long on the shot.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Teague kicks to Nene. And he dunks it down.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here is Collison following the score by Houston. Favors at the elbow. Taken away by Nene. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got his first basket.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik? Tremendous rebounder. a space eater in the paint so long.
That's a great way to describe him, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. Now here's Teague. Nene kicks to Covington. Dishes to Harden. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And, you know, going back to Asher, I mean, he's not just a big, immobile guy. I mean, he's got really good flexibility, and that's helped him develop some post moves at the offensive end. He's no longer Mr. Dunk or nothing.
And that one's good.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Aminu grabs the miss.
And going back to Amir Ashik's toughness, you can see it in his face. I mean, he's not going to smile at you. He's not going to show you any expression at all. Just a cold-blooded monster on the floor.
Harden the pass to Nene. He kicks to T. Lets it fly from 18. That is good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Collison dishes to Ashik. Uncovered. Count the bucket. Ashik's got 6 points.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Teague kicks to Dedmon. Tipped away. Stolen by Ashik. Outside Collison. Pass to Aminu. He dishes it to Favors. And they're pushing it up. All going up court. That's good.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Collison kicks to Gordon. Stripped away. And it's Houston on the break. Teague's got the ball. Here's Covington. And it's Houston with another. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And so here's Memphis. Following the score by Houston.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Now, here's Aminu. Harden missing his last shot. Outside Favors. Screen by Ashik. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Gordon. And the Grizzlies get it back. Ashik, the pass to Aminu. Screen by Ashik. Aminu dishes to Favors. The steal. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a timeout there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
So for the Rockets, Moniunas comes in for Nene. And it's Alan Crabb in for Robert Covington. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Crabbe. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Moniunas. The turnaround jumper. Moniunas has got his first points in this one.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate styles.
Ellis, that's good. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Teague kicks to Moniunas. Harden against Ellis. Teague a screen on Hill. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Ellis. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Here's Teague. Feeds it to Crabbe. Unloads. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And the Rockets lead by 2. Watson kicks to Hill. McGee a screen. The feed to Watson. Ellis the pass to Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer. And Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
For Houston, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket.
You know, getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Ellis outside. The pass to McGee. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. McGee's got his first points of the night. Now here's Harden. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Here's Hill. Kicks it to McGee. Hill sets the screen for Ellis. To the middle. Second shot opportunity. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season. And for Harden coming in second in the MVP race, he had a lot of first-place votes, and nobody knew if he or Curry would win the award. In most other seasons, he would have won the MVP.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And for Harden last year, he could have easily have won the MVP, probably would have in other seasons. His big talking point for the award was how he carried the Rockets on his back. And he might have been the most valuable player to his team with the performances he had last year.
Memphis trailing here. Ellis kicks to Watson. It's rebounded by Houston. Passes to Crabbe. Beyond the arc. That's good. Crabbe's got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Pick up by Hill. Here's Watson. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal.
Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
Pick up by Hill. Watson dishes to Hill. Memphis moving it around. Shot clock at 5. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Now here's Harden. 9 points in the game so far.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, you know, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, guys, come on. You know, he's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now here is McGee. He's guarded closely. Baseline try. The shot is off. McGarry, no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Houston on top, leading by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Here's Collison. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, Ellis is out there with Collison. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Favors. And it's Ashik in at the 5 spot. Outside Collison. Clock at 6. Here's Favors. Rebounded by Covington.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
And that one's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Favors. And he uses the glass on the layup. Favors has got his first 2 points of the night.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Teague the pass to Covington. Nene the screen. Covington kicks to Nene. It's deflected. Stolen by Ashik. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Moniunas is checked in for Nene. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Aminu's checked in. He feeds it to Favors. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Trains it from 9 feet away. Favors got his second bucket of the night.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
To the wing right side. Covington. Aminu grabs the miss.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Now here's Ashik. He's got 6. And Aminu kicks to Favors. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Moniunas. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. It seems like he's been around forever.
And Memphis making a change here. Gordon's checked in.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
Dedmon's shot is off.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Here's Favors. Collison dishes to Favors. And he goes in for the dunk.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget. Sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
Now here's Collison. And then Ashik with the dunk.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Now here's Gordon. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Gordon the pass to Collison. The dish to Favors. Rebounded by Covington.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Favors with the screen. A drive by Collison. Outside Gordon. Fires from the wing. And that one comes up a bit short.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Aminu with the bucket. Aminu's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Houston making some changes. McGarry's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Nene comes in for Montiunas. And it's James Harden in for Marcus Thornton. And so here is Houston. 4-point game. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Dishes it to Aminu. Gordon trying to break loose. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Nene, the screen. And here's Covington from the arc.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Pass to Gordon. He kicks to Favors. Stolen by Nene. Not as good, and the Memphis leads cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Teague.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. He's also got a tough mentality about him, just a real rugged individual.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rab's checked in. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Memphis. Here is Collison. Memphis with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
And it's slammed in by Teague.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Some changes for Memphis. JaVale McGee's checked in for Favors. Johnson comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Watson in for Darren Collison. Now, here's Watson. 4 on the clock. Johnson for 3. No luck. And it's Houston the other way.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Gordon kicks to Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing. And here is Teague. He's got 10. He dishes it to Harden. Teague kicks to Harden. Shot misses. Hill with some nice D.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Watson dishes to McGee. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Gordon's got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Nene. The Grizzlies pull it in. Hill's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Johnson kicks to McGee. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the 2nd fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
Ellis, he's checked in for Memphis. Teague kicks to Crabbe. Pass to Nene. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent realized.
And it's Hill with the jam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Now, here's Watson. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Pick up by Hill. Ellis again. It's Harden. Ellis, the pass to Johnson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You look at what Teague has done so far. 10 points and 1 steal.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity too that he brings to the court.
Well, you just watched Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer. Clark, he's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Here's Teague. After Wesley Johnson's bucket, it's Harden with the drive, but they get it back. Outside Teague. Feeds to Cramp. Second shot opportunity. Houston gets it back. Nene dishes to Cramp. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
McGee is screen. Watson kicks to McGee.
Two shots, gentlemen.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Leno Udrich, he's checked in for Teague. Here's Harden on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. Fade away. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Harden.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Ellis kicks to Watson. Pick up by Hill. Got it off in time. That'll do it for the first half. Grizzlies lead by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
All right, Houston, coming on the court.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well.
Take a look at what Harden's been doing. 13 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
I mean, he hasn't been afraid to draw a little bit of contact on his way to the basket. Some guys shy away from that.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. And here are the Grizzlies now. Robert Covington out there with Montejunas. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. Then it's Udrich. And it's Harden in the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league. Had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
And so Favors nails both of them. Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
And so it's Houston with it after the miss from Ben Gordon. Covington passes to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. The Grizzlies pull it in. Aminu's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Memphis leading by 9. Tipped away. And Ashik kicks to Gordon. There's the feed to Collison. Inside. Favors. And it comes off the front of the rim. It's Harden with the drive. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Udrich with the excellent feed that time.
Memphis has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Gordon with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Now the pass to Favors. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Now Aminu. He's got 6. The rebound by Harden.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses. I'll tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Outside Collison. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
There's a screen by Motiejunas. In the corner, Harden. Off target from 3-point range.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Covington gets to Motiejunas. Knocks down the 3-ball. Motiejunas has got 5 points so far.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Like last season, we saw Motiejunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Collison kicks to Favors. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Motiejunas dishes to Harden. Motiejunas kicks to Udrih. Passes to Covington. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You look at what Covington has done so far. He has 9 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Suns. Right side, Collison. Kicks to Aminu. Asik with it. 8 points for him. Collison gets a wide open look. And the 3-ball is good. Collison's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Harden. He feeds it to Dedmon. From the wing. Rebound, Asik.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Collison kicks to Asik. The dish now to Aminu. Can't get it to go. So Houston will take it the other way. Here's Harden. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Memphis.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
A drive by Collison. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Gordon. Dishes to Harden. Off target from outside. Memphis leading by 6. The drive by Ellis. Rebounded by Covington.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Udrich kicks to Covington. Great D that time from Favors.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Collison. 10 points for him. Screen by Asik. Shoots off the screen. And the rejection by Harden. And that one's good by Favors.
Timeout charge.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
All right, Houston, coming up the court on your own Rockets power dancer. Give it up.
And you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Mitch McGary's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Nene comes in for Moniunas. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Teague in for Udrich. Memphis also making some changes. Hill comes in for Omer Asik. And it's Johnson in for Al Farouk Aminu. Nene the pass to Teague. In the corner, Harden. Here's McGary. Lays it up and banks it in.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's Ellis. Right side Favors. And for 3, Collison. The rebound by McGary. McGary's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Harden. Lets it go. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Grizzlies. Watson comes in for Darren Collison.
JaVale McGee. C.J. Watson.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Pick up by Hill. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. The shot no good. Good D by Harden. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Pass to Johnson. To the inside. And it's McGee with the jam.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Feeds it to Nene. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Nene, the screen. Crab, no good.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
Basket is good by Allen Brown.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
Here's McGee, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Now here's Teague. He's got 12. The feed to Harden. Outside for Nene. He dishes it to Teague. Here's Crab. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game. For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
1:53 left in the third quarter. Here's Crab. 13 points in the game. He kicks it to McGarry. There's the screen. 5 on the clock. It's Harden with the drive. Teague with a clean look. No good with the triple.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Rockets trail by 6. Harden up top. Here's Crab. He's guarded by Johnson. And slam dunk by Nene.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here's Watson. And it's Ellis penetrating. There's the pass to Hill. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. 8 points for Hill. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Teague dishes to Nene. And that one's good.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Johnson kicks to Watson. Here's McGee. McGarry with the block. It's Harden with the drive. Passes it to Teague. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Now here's Ellis. Johnson, that's for 2. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Grizzlies. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Rockets trail by 3. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. We've got Ellis. Favors is out there with Aminu. Then it's Omer Asher, and it's Collison in the 1 spot. Now here's Teague. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nene. Favors with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And Aminu slams it in.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
It's Harden with the drop. Oh!
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Ellis the pass to Favors. Asik with the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Nene kicks to Teague. He feeds it to Harden. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Memphis. Harden against Collison. Asik with a screen on Harden. Aminu misses.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
Now, here is Harden. A stupendous finish in traffic. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Collison with the screen for Asik. There's Ellis with the 3-ball.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Here's Crabbe. Here's McGarry. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Collison kicks to Favors. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
From 12 feet out. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Memphis leading by 3. Ellis with it. Picked up by Teague. Favors with a screen on Teague. Deflects the pass. And it's the Rockets on the break. Teague's got the ball. Good. Memphis has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. A drive by Collison. Here's Favors. Here's Asik. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Just absolute domination in this one for Asik. He's got 12 rebounds, the 2 nice steals as well.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
And the Rockets making a change here. Thornton's checked in. Ben Gordon's checked in for Memphis. And Teague, here we go. And Asik sends it back. Wow! Here's Collison. The Rockets pull it in. Nene's got his 4th rebound in this one. Crabbe dishes to Nene. Kicks it to Teague. Nene, the screen. Thornton for 3. No good. And it's Memphis the other way. Gordon against Teague. Screen by Ashik. Gordon kicks to Ashik. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good. Aminu's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
All right, Houston, coming out of the court.
You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season, with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points. But he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, and on the topic of Aminu, he's a bit of a tweener. Doesn't have quite the quickness and ball handling skills the top small forwards have. Doesn't have the bulk or grit to match up against the better power forwards. He's a hard fit for what you want to have done at that position.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Shots good by Dedmon.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Watson's shot is good.
And guys, getting back to Aminu, he still has the tools to be a really good player, but like so many young guys, he has to focus. He has to bring the intensity 100% every game, and I could see him being one of those late bloomers, if you will.
They get the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Johnson kicks to Gordon. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet.
For 3.
Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Teague drives in. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Watson, the pass to McGee. The dish to Gordon. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Hill. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Thornton. Dishes it to Moniunas. And Thornton kicks to Moniunas. Goes back up. The rebound by Johnson. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Ben Gordon on the wing. Back to Johnson. Launches it. It's rebounded by Houston. Covington's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Moniunas. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now, here's Watson. Outside Hill. Johnson outside. For 3. It's rebounded by Teague.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
A reverse. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Covington.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
That drops.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them.
And it's slammed in by Teague.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Memphis leading by 3. Outside Collison. Motiejunas grabs the miss. Motiejunas has got his 3rd rebound tonight. To tie it up. Here's Teague. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he makes both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Collison against Teague. Collison kicks to Gordon. And it's Aminu in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. The shot will not go. Good D by Harden. Pass to Covington. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
And Motiejunas picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now, here's Collison. Here's Gordon. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Teague kicks to Harden. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
He hasn't had as many opportunities at the line as he had in the first half.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout. So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
Collison dishes to Favors. Back to Collison. Pass to Favors. It's tipped. To the paint. Here's Teague. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Outside Collison. Out to the right wing. Aminu, the pass to Favors. Plays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Hornets. Here's Harden. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's T. After Darren Collison's bucket. Harden against Gordon. And here we go with Collison running it up the court.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
And here's Harden. "26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's the first that will put them up by 2. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Ellis has checked in. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Here's Favors. Money!
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're down by 3. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Get out of your seat and let them hear it.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Screen by Ashik. And a wide open look here for Ellis. He nails it, and we're tied up.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Well, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
So Houston wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.